NDLEA dismantles major drug syndicates, arrests 6 kingpins in cross-border operations. On the foreign scene, Ivorian opposition leader Pascal Affi nominated for president as parties begin preparations for 2025 presidential election. In sports, Nigeria international Victor Osimhen nets brace in Galatasaray's 3-2 win over Samsunspor. Good evening, I am Bito O'Brien. Now the details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has arrived Riyadh, Saudi Arabia to participate in the joint Arab-Islamic summit. The Nigerian leader landed and was warmly welcomed by the Deputy Governor of Riyadh region, Prince Mohammed bin Abdurrahman bin Abdulaziz. The summit, which has been held at the invitation of Saudi King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, will focus on key issues affecting the Middle East, particularly the ongoing Israel-Palestinian conflict. Presidential spokesperson Mr. Bayo Nanuga stated that President Tinubu is expected to address the crisis, reiterating Nigeria's strong call for an immediate ceasefire and a peaceful resolution to the conflict. He further stated this during the summit. The president would also advocate for renewed international efforts to revive two-state solutions, which he believes remains the most viable path to lasting peace in the region. The summit is scheduled to begin Monday, 11th November 2024. In preparations for the upcoming governorship elections in Ondo State, the Inspector General of Police IGP Kayode Egbetokun has announced a ban on the Western Nigerian Security Network, also known as Amotekun, and all vigilante groups from participating in the election scheduled for 16th November. The directive aims to ensure a peaceful and orderly electoral process by limiting involvement of non-official security agencies in the election. The directive, contained in a statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Dejobi, stated that the IGP directed the deployment of specialized police units to ensure a smooth and secure election process. The IGP Egbetokun also assured the public that the Nigerian police force is fully prepared to ensure a peaceful and orderly election across all 18 local government areas of Ondo State, to include 203 wards and 3,933 polling units. He further assured that comprehensive plans have been put in place to deploy adequate personnel, resources, and state-of-the-art equipment for the exercise. The IGP also warned that anyone found engaging in election disruption, including political thugs, would face severe consequences, adding that only federal security agencies and accredited personnel will be permitted to provide security during the election. A total of 17 political parties are expected to participate in the governorship election in Ondo State. As Ondo State gears up for its upcoming gubernatorial election, logistical challenges are anticipated, especially in the local government areas of Ilaje and Ese-Odo. Despite these concerns, Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) remains confident in its preparations and is committed to ensuring that both personnel and election materials are efficiently delivered to polling units. Resident Electoral Commissioner Mrs. Oluwatoyin Babalola reassured the public that INEC has learned from past experiences and is fully prepared to overcome the challenges posed by the region's difficult terrain. In an interview with newsmen, Mrs. Babalola outlined proactive steps that the Commission has taken to address these logistical hurdles, particularly in Ondo's remote and riverine areas. She emphasized that special arrangements have been made to ensure timely deployment of personnel and election materials to all polling units across the state.
Since April, we identified our difficult terrains, even our flashpoints for the security. We started sharing our flashpoints with them, and we keep sharing it regularly. So the challenge may be the issue of transportation, but we have done so much to ease the challenge of transportation. We have worked ahead of time to ease the challenge of distribution. So what is left now is just to move our materials from the local government to the RAs and from the RAs to the polling unit. Our staff, they have been working assiduously to ensure that we don't have a repeat of what is usually a huge challenge to election.
In other news reports, Rivers State Governor Sir Simeon Barra has announced plans to present the state's 2025 budget to the State House of Assembly led by Speaker Victor Okojumbo. Governor Fubara made the announcement during the official commissioning of 2 ultra-modern community town halls and the launch of a tertiary scholarship and empowerment program in Akiama and Aganya communities in Boni local government area. The event was attended by community leaders and stakeholders, with Governor Fubara represented by Edison Ehi, Chief of Staff to the Governor. In a statement issued by his Chief Press Secretary, Governor Fubara expressed gratitude to the Speaker and legislative body, praising their cooperative efforts. He also commended Okojumbo for his focus on constituency projects and his commitment to the development of Boni. Governor Fubara reiterated the state government's commitment to work closely with the legislature to improve lives of Rivers residents, highlighting proactive relationship between executive and legislative branches. In Kano, the governor, Engineer Abba Yusuf, has officially reopened the state's Horticulture and Livestock Institutes, presenting 340 admission letters to students as part of a broader initiative to tackle youth unemployment and equip young people with practical industry-specified skills. Speaking in Bagaugun, Bebereji local government area, Governor Abba Yusuf emphasized the significance of these institutions in providing young people with essential skills that will help reduce unemployment and foster positive contributions to society. He noted that the reopening of institutes is a crucial step towards empowering youth and addressing challenges of idleness and underemployment. The Horticulture Institute, according to the governor, would not only teach environmental beautification and sustainability, but will also offer students the opportunity to build careers in the sector, creating pathways to sustainable livelihoods. Governor Yusuf explained that beyond financial benefits, horticultural training contributes to the natural beauty and environmental health of the communities, aligning with broader ecological goals. Meanwhile, the Livestock Institute is set to train 140 students in vital skills such as ram fattening, animal husbandry, and meat quality improvement, with the goal of strengthening Kano's agricultural economy. The governor urged the new students to seize the opportunity, emphasizing that the knowledge and skills they gain could significantly transform their lives and those of their families. You're watching Adbn News at 7. Still to come, Nigerian Army offers, NDLEA dismantles major drug syndicates, arrests 6 kingpins in cross-border operation. Nigerian Army offers to welcome repentant bandits, urges surrender amid rescue operations. Stay with us for more details after the break.
Welcome to the Niger Delta, a region of incredible beauty and stark contrast. From its breathtaking landscapes to its rich cultural heritage, this is a place where history and modernity collide. But beneath this serene surface lies a story of struggle and resilience. The Niger Delta is the lifeblood of Nigeria's economy, home to vast oil reserves that fuel the nation, yet it is a land where the people fight for their share of the wealth. Join us on the program Niger Delta Today as we explore the heart of the Niger Delta, discover the vibrant cultures, the struggles for environmental justice, and the stories of the people who call this place home. This is the Niger Delta, a land of contrast, a story of resilience, a journey of hope. Don't miss our exclusive series, Niger Delta Today, every day at 12 noon, only on Adbn TV. Witness the untold stories, experience the journey, be part of the change.
No matter wetin I see, enough fit make mouth heavy to talk am. That's now why people dey talk.
You know wetin dey worry you, but you no go fit take help yourself.
In this kind of situation now, what if they really no talk to una? Wetin be the way forward?
They go bury our chairman on Thursday. We go remain here.
Make we talk good where we dey see good, and where we know say we no dey see good, make we also dey talk am.
No woman, no mother deserve to know the grave of his child.
The bank manager, the bank executive, they are the one the government should first pay.
People They Talk, the show on Monday to Friday by 5 p.m. on top Adbn TV.
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
Now here's some exciting news. Adbn is everywhere you are. Stay connected with us across all our social media and streaming platforms for exclusive news updates, captivating stories, and more. Join the Adbn community today via our various platforms on Avo TV app, Adbn channel 121, Niger TV app, Adbn TV, Limex World TV app, Adbn TV. Get the latest news straight to your phone. Join our WhatsApp channel. Just search for Adbn TV and hit the follow button. Turn on your notification to stay updated and never miss any part of the experience. Stay in the conversation with us across our social media handles on X at ADBN_TV, Instagram at ADBN_TV, Facebook ADBN TV, YouTube ADBN TV_NG, and keep visiting our website on www.adbntv.com. Watch us live anytime, anywhere. ADBN TV, a part of you.
Welcome back to ADBN News at 7. Now, the rest of the news. Nigerian Army has reiterated its readiness to receive repentant bandits, urging those involved in criminal activities to embrace a new life by surrendering. The 17th Brigade Commander of the Nigerian Army in Katsina State, General Babatunde Omo Parola, made the announcement in a statement, emphasizing that the Army's doors remain open to those willing to change. However, he warned that any bandit or violent extremists who refuse to surrender would face serious consequences, and also appealed to those engaged in kidnapping to cease their criminal activities immediately. His remarks came during a ceremony at the 17th Brigade headquarters in Katsina, where he officially handed over 9 victims who had been rescued from kidnappers. The victims, who include 5 men, 2 women, and 2 infants, were kidnapped from various locations in Katsina and held hostage in Kaduna State. The brigadier commander, represented by Colonel Yakubu Nwadiaska, the brigade's chief of staff, explained that the army had employed a non-kinetic approach to rescue the hostages, focusing on intelligence and strategic operations to secure their release. The Nigerian Army's ongoing commitment to fighting banditry and violent extremism continues to be a key focus in the state, with authorities urging communities to cooperate with security forces in maintaining peace and stability. Meanwhile, Acting Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has arrived Sokoto for his maiden operational visit to the 18th Division Area of Responsibility. The statesman from the Army said during his visit he would engage with key stakeholders including a courtesy visit to the Sultan of Sokoto. He will then also meet with troops engaged in Operation Fasankariyama, which is actively combating terrorism in the northwest region. General Oluyede's visit comes just 3 days after the defense headquarters confirmed the emergence of a new terrorist group, Lakurawas, operating across Sokoto and Kebbi states. The group is reportedly responsible for increasing insecurity in 5 local government areas of Sokoto. Major General Edward Buba of the Defense Media Operations revealed that the Lakurawas excavated the security challenges in the northwest. He noted that the group is believed to have infiltrated northern Nigeria from Mali and Niger, following a breakdown of military cooperation after the recent coup in Niger. General Buba further added that the terrorists are believed to have originated from Mali and Niger, and the activities have contributed to destabilizing the region. In response, General Buba assured that the Nigerian army is actively countering the threat and has declared 9 individuals wanted for their involvement in the region's growing insecurity. In a related development, Arewa Consultative Forum has called for urgent and decisive action from the Nigerian military to eliminate the Lakurawa terror group, which has been terrorizing residents of Sokoto and Kebbi State in the northwest. In a statement by the ACF's National Publicity Secretary, Professor Tukur Muhammad Baba, the forum expressed serious concerns over the emergence of this new terrorist group, describing it as a dangerous escalation in the already dire situation in Nigeria's northwest, which has become the epicenter of terrorism in the country. The ACF warned that the group must not be tolerated for or allowed to establish itself in the communities through neglect or leniency, as was the case with Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast, farmer herders clashes in north central, and banditry in the northwest. The forum urged the military to act without hesitation, using all available resources to subdue the Lakurawa group. The ACF also called for an immediate review of national security strategies, emphasizing the need for a robust, comprehensive response to any terrorist threats, while highlighting the importance of reinvigorating the multinational joint task force with neighboring countries, particularly urging Niger Republic to resume its participation. Additionally, the ACF stressed the need for intensified intelligence gathering and more effective interagency collaboration among Nigerian security agencies under the coordination of the Office of the National Security Advisor. In Kebbi State, the governor, Dr. Nasser Idris, has donated 50 million naira to assist the 50 families affected by a recent bandit attack in Meira community, Agui local government area. The attack resulted in the death of 15 people and the rustling of over 100 cows by suspected bandits. In a statement by his chief press secretary, Governor Idris expressed his condolences, describing the attack as tragic and unfortunate. He emphasized that the state government stands in solidarity with the victims' families during this difficult time. The governor, who was represented by the Commissioner for Higher Education, Isa Abubakar Tunga, urged the community to remain prayerful for the souls of the deceased. He also assured that the Kebbi state government is working closely with security agencies to address the rising crime in the area. Governor Idris appealed to the public to continue supporting the government's efforts at providing credible information to assist in combating crime across the states. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have successfully dismantled 2 major cross-border drug trafficking syndicates, arresting 6 key drug kingpins from Adamawa, Anambra, Lagos, Cameroon, to include other states. In a statement issued by the NDLE spokesperson, Mr. Femi Babafemi, the agency revealed that the syndicates had been under surveillance for more than a few months due to their roles in supplying illicit drugs to terrorist groups. He said on 7th of October that the NDLE operatives tracked 2 suspects, Bawuro and Najib, to Onitsha, where they had gone to procure a new drug shipment. He said the duo were arrested in Taraba after abandoning a car on the Jalingo-Yola Expressway. Realizing that they were being pursued, the vehicle contained 276,500 pills of tramadol. Mr. Babafemi added that the follow-up operations were conducted in Delta and Anambra State, where 2 other suspects were arrested by the NDLEA's Directorate of Intelligence, which coordinated the operations alongside teams in Taraba, Adamawa, Delta, and Anambra States. In a separate operation, NDLEA operatives arrested another syndicate leader, Ishola, at the Seme border in Lagos on the 15th of November. He was apprehended while attempting to cross into Nigeria from Ghana with 3.3 kilograms of cocaine and 600 grams of synthetic cannabis. His arrest followed months of intelligence gathering on cross-border trafficking activities, among other arrests and seizures. Moving on, residents of Ikot Ayanitam in Itu local government area of Akwa Ibom State have urgently appealed to both the federal and state governments to address the environmental degradation threatening their community's only access road and key tourist sites. The local population, whose homes are at risk due to deteriorating conditions, expressed deep concern over the road's poor state, which has led to significant hardship for the residents. They also noted that the decline in infrastructure has severely impacted local economic activities, further exacerbating the community's challenges. Adbn correspondent Rebecca Edet completes the report.
The village head, Dr. John Ifyong Udo, and the Publicity Secretary of Ikot Anyan Itam, Mr. David Ibanga, noted that the poor state of the road has not only prevented people from accessing the beach, but has also damaged the mud houses in the surrounding area.
Federal government, NDDC.
Road you see in this community was handled by the federal government and also NDDC, and they tried in fixing the road. And these were supposed to be constructed through these communities down to the beach. When they started the project, they ended it halfway.
The stream there that is very small used to be very big and wide. I used to call it the Tambish and Mountain Resort. We used to build a ghetto house around the area. So as time goes on, the Gulf erosion destroyed those mud houses, and those mud houses used to generate income for the youth of Ikot Ayanitam. But now there's nothing to do because the Gulf erosion have filled up all those areas.
According to Dr. Udo, despite numerous appeals, the community is still awaiting government's action to rehabilitate the road. The village council chairman, Mr. Linus Okon Itam, and the publicity secretary of Ikot Anyan Itam, Mr. David Ibanga, also expressed their concern, emphasizing that the road's deplorable condition has severely impacted local businesses.
We have food items here in our village, but no road to sell, to take them to the market. So I need Akwa Ibom State to come for our aid and repair this road for us.
Because if they see by themselves like they do, they can even cry more than us. Because we know what we are passing through in this place. This place we used to pass here to Uyo, and it's the shortest way from Ikot Ayanitam here to Egritan Akpanabong, and from Egritan Akpanabong down to Uyo. It used to be the shortest place. But because of the way the erosion affects the road, so everything here has been grounded. Business here has been grounded. Marketing activities have been grounded. Even those women that always took their farm produce to the market, Tita market, they find it difficult to drive on this road. As you are here, if there was more rain, maybe none of us would have been here because the road would have been too sleepy even to walk. So the people of Ikot Ayanitam have suffered for too long. Please, we call on governments, let government do what they can, please, to ameliorate our suffering. We have suffered for too long.
The people of Ikot Anyan Itam, in Itu local government area of Akwa Ibom State, are therefore looking forward to a time where these activities will be revived. Rebecca Edet, Adbn News.
You're still watching ADBN News at 7. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll bring you more stories on the foreign scene. Stay with us.
Welcome to the world where innovation meets opportunity, where ideas become empires. This is Market TV.
I am Idorian Flannan, and every week I'll be taking you inside the dynamic world of marketing and commercial business.
From groundbreaking startups to big businesses, Market TV brings you the best pricing and latest goods on display.
It's all about understanding your audience and staying ahead of the trends.
Witness the creative processes that drive the various brands.
Join us as we dive deep into the strategies that shape the commercial landscape, from streets to traditional advertising and social media. We cover it all.
Whether you're a seasoned professional or an aspiring entrepreneur, Market TV provides the insights you need to thrive.
This show gave us the tool to turn our vision into reality.
So, if you're ready to master the market, tune into Market TV every Saturday at 6 p.m.
Step into the heartbeat of the world where news meets real talk. From breakthroughs in diplomacy to humanitarian challenges and scientific milestones, Global Digest takes you beyond the headlines and straight to the heart of the matter. I am Amma Marcus. Be a part of the world's unfolding stories at 3 p.m. on ADBN, channel 258 on DSTV, and Star Times, channel 140. Global Digest, your window to the world's current affairs, only on Advocate Broadcasting Network.
The thrill and passion that defines African football as Benin Republic lock-ons against the Super Eagles of Nigeria at the Stade Felix Houphouët-Boigny on the 14th of November 2024 by 8 p.m. West African time. AfroSport TV, your freedom of sport.
Now here's some exciting news. ADBN is everywhere you are. Stay connected with us across all our social media and streaming platforms for exclusive news updates, captivating stories, and more. Join the ADBN community today via our various platforms on Avo TV app, ADBN channel 121, Niger TV app, ADBN TV, Limex World TV app, ADBN TV. Get the latest news straight to your phone. Join our WhatsApp channel. Just search for ADBN TV and hit the follow button. Turn on your notification to stay updated and never miss any part of the experience. Stay in the conversation with us across our social media handles on X at ADBN_TV, Instagram at ADBN_TV, Facebook ADBN TV, YouTube ADBN TV_NG, and keep visiting our website on www.adbntv.com. Watch us live anytime, anywhere. ADBN TV, a part of you.
Welcome back. Announcing stories on the foreign scene. Former Ivorian Prime Minister Pascal Affi N'Guessan has been officially named candidate of the popular Ivorian Front (FPI) in the 2025 presidential election. At a congress held in Yamoussoukro, the political capital of Côte d'Ivoire, N'Guessan was re-elected as president of the FPI with an overwhelming 99.34% of the votes cast by approximately 4,500 delegates. The FPI is the party of former President Laurent Gbagbo, and N'Guessan has led the party since Gbagbo's arrest and subsequent trial at The Hague on charges of war crimes and criminality against humanity. Nguessan, who previously ran for president in 2015 and 2020, is yet to secure the office, losing both times to current president Alassane Ouattara. Following his defeat in 2010, Nguessan rejected the election results and was briefly detained on accusations of attempting to establish a parallel government. Among Nguessan's major political proposals are the abolition of the Senate and restoration of presidential term limits, which he argues will improve governance and ensure democratic accountability. Meanwhile, President Ouattara, who has controversially secured a third term in 2020, has not yet made a public decision on whether he would seek re-election in 2025, leaving the political landscape in Côte d'Ivoire uncertain. Meanwhile, political and civil society leaders in Democratic Republic of Congo have formed a new alliance to oppose the proposed constitutional changes that they argue would enable President Félix Tshisekedi to remain in power indefinitely. The coalition, named National Awakening, plans to hold its inaugural meeting in mid-December to honor the 2005 referendum that led to the creation of the country's current constitution, which was adopted in 2006. The group has denounced attempts by Tshisekedi's ruling coalition to alter the constitution, labeling them as high treason. Opposition figures are also leading separate campaigns against the constitutional revisions. Specifically, the law limits presidential terms to 2, a provision that many of his supporters believe needs to be revised. President Tshisekedi's party members assert that the original constitution was drafted under unfavorable conditions as the country was embroiled in conflicts at the time. Constitutional reforms are necessary to better safeguard the nation's sovereignty in light of the evolving political and military dynamics in the region. However, President Tshisekedi has assured that the current constitution is outdated and needs reforms. Elsewhere, Russian President Vladimir Putin has reaffirmed Moscow's commitment to supporting Africa during a high-level conference with African officials in Sochi, southwest Russia. In a speech delivered by Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, President Putin assured that Russia could assist African nations in key areas such as sustainable development, counterterrorism, combating epidemics, addressing food insecurity, and mitigating the effects of natural disasters. Lavrov emphasized that Russia's relation with Africa has been steadily strengthening, with progress seen across various areas of cooperation. The conference, held over the weekend following the previous Russia-Africa summits in 2019 and 2023, underscoring the growing ties between Russia and the African continent. The conference also serves as an opportunity for Russia to promote its vision of a multipolar world following the recent BRICS summit it hosted in August. In the meantime, Russia shot down 32 Ukrainian drones targeting Moscow overnight, marking the largest attack on the Russian capital since the start of its military campaign in Ukraine in 2022. Authorities reported that the drones were downed across the Remasoki, Koloman, and Domododov districts of the Moscow region. Russian media shared footage showing a house burning, apparently in the Remenskoye districts, while Kiev and the Ukrainian capital has regularly faced large-scale Russian drone and missile attacks, with strikes on Moscow much rarer. This was the most significant drone strike on or near Moscow since a similar attack in September, which resulted in fatality in the Ramenskoye, marking the first death near the capital due to Ukrainian attacks since the conflict began. In other reports on the foreign scene, Cuba's government has announced it arrested an undisclosed number of individuals involved in street protests following a second power outage caused by a hurricane in just a few weeks. The prosecutor's office reported that those detained in Havana and central provinces of Mayabeque and the Chia de Avila were facing charges of assault, public disorder, and property damage. The protests were sparked by Hurricane Rafael, which struck the island as a major Category 3 storm, leaving millions without electricity for 2 days. This came just 2 weeks after Hurricane Oscar had caused a nationwide blackout, leading to the deaths of 8 people and further exposing the country's fragile power grid. The government confirmed that the power had been restored to about half of Havana's residents, but large areas of the capital, as well as the neighboring province of Atimesa, remained without electricity. The ongoing power cuts, which have plagued the island for months, are indicative of Cuba's deepening economic crisis and the worst the country has faced since the collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 90s. With inflation soaring and shortage of basic goods, the island's aging power infrastructure has been struggling to meet demands. As unrest grows, President Miguel Diaz-Canel has warned that the government will not tolerate attempts to disrupt public order, signaling a hardline stance against further protests. In Bangladesh, plans have been disclosed to request an Interpol red notice for fugitive leader of the ousted regime of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who was toppled in a revolution earlier this year. Interim government's law advisory, Asif Nuzul, told newsmen that those responsible for the widespread killings during the mass uprising in July and August will be tracked down, no matter where they flee to. They emphasized that the government is determined to ensure that these individuals are arrested and brought to justice. Since the collapse of Hasina's regime, dozens of her allies have been arrested and charged in connection with a brutal police crackdown that resulted in the deaths of more than 700 people. The unrest that led to Hassan's ousting has sparked a wave of arrest amongst her political circle. Meanwhile, Hassana has been summoned to appear in Dhaka court on 18th November to face charges related to massacres, killings, and crimes against humanity. Chief Prosecutor of Bangladesh International Crimes Tribunal, Mohammed Tujul Islam, revealed that the court had sought the arrest warrants for over 60 individuals linked to violence, with around 25 arrests made so far. And now to reports on the sports desk. Nigerian international Victor Osimhen has continued his exceptional form for Galatasaray, scoring a brace in their 3-2 win over Samsunspor on Sunday in the Turkish Super League. The Super Eagles striker opened the scoring just 3 minutes into the match, sending the home fans at Rams Park into a frenzy. Osimhen then doubled his tally in the 55th minute, bringing his season total to 8 goals and 3 assists from 9 appearances for the Turkish club. The 25-year-old would now shift his focus to the Super Eagles 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers, upcoming matches against Benin Republic and Rwanda on the 18th and 14th November respectively. Coco Gauff displayed remarkable resilience to recover from a set and a breakdown, ultimately defeating Zheng Qiwin 3-6, 6-4, 7-6 to win the season-ending WTA Finals in Saudi Arabia. In an exhilarating match that lasted just over 3 hours, the American's determination saw her clinch the title in a dramatic tie-break. At the 20-year-old, Gauff becomes the youngest player to win the WTA Finals since Maria Sharapova exactly 2 decades ago, the youngest American champion since Serena Williams in 2001. This victory marks Gauff's 3rd title of the year, a remarkable achievement considering she did not reach a single Grand Slam final. Still in sports, Manchester City's manager Pep Guardiola has suggested that another team may deserve to win the Premier League following his side's prolonged period of success. Despite winning 6 of the last 7 Premier League titles, including 4 consecutive championships, City now finds themselves 5 points behind league leaders Liverpool after a 2-1 defeat to Brighton. The loss marked a now new low for Guardiola, as it was his first 4-game losing streak in a 17-year managerial career. It also marks the first time in 18 years that City have experienced such a run, dating back to the tenure of former manager Stuart Pearce. Guardiola acknowledged that the challenge posed by a demanding schedule, but expressed confidence that City would return to winning ways once their injured players are back. However, he also admitted that it has become increasingly apparent that it might be time for another team to take the Premier League crown this season. And that's it on ADBN TV News. Remember to watch us live on DSTV channel 258, on Star Times channel 140, Avo TV app, Limex World TV app, and Niger TV app. For more stories, visit our website on www.adbntv.com/live. I am Beto O'Brien, thanking you for watching. Good evening.